Between You and Me, the album is coming out. My name is Paige June, and I'm releasing my debut EP. Comes out on the 21st of June. Yay! I've been working on this project for actually a really long time. It started more of an idea when I was 17 and I had just wrote so many songs that I wanted to finally put out an album. An EP, which I have found out a lot of people do not know what an EP is an extended play. So I have 4 songs coming out on the EP. I think solely the idea for the album, I wanted it to be between the artist and the listener, between you and me. I wanted it to be this idea that was just between us. Between You and Me was actually the first song that I knew that I really wanted on that album because I wanted the album name to be that. I think Do It All was probably the second. The song as a whole is just about growing up, and I think this EP as a whole kind of shows that there is a lot to talk about in growing up when you are a teenager. Between You and Me is literally from me to you. I wrote this track when I was 15 on my ukulele, and I just sat down one day after coming home from school and I wrote it. I felt like so many people were telling me what I had to be, and I kind of just wanted to be like, hey, between you and me, like, that's not who I am and that's not who I want to be. And that song sort of came out of me. It was a very strange experience I'd never written, where I just kind of didn't have a basis for the song, and I was learning ukulele at the time, so it was very new, and I wanted to write on a new instrument, and so that's where Between You and Me kind of came about. Between You and Me was a very fun song to start recording. It was something that I didn't really have any ideas for right off the bat. I kind of knew for each song what I wanted to do with it, and Between You and Me, I had a vision of maybe it being pop, or maybe being folk, or maybe being whatever. It could be any kind of song. And it was mainly, I think, wanting to be a pop song. The biggest influence was Prom Dress by MX Tune, and I remember giving that idea to the producer and then coming back to it and being like, this is what I want it to sound like. Between You and Me is also really just about me telling you about myself. There's a lot of things in it of me being like a little defiant and wanting to defy what everyone else wants you to be when you're growing up, but it really is just a letter of me being like, hey, this is who I am, this is what I like, this is what I do, this is what I don't like. It's literally between you and me. It turned out to be one of my favorite songs on the album. The last track is called Do It All. I wrote that when I was 16. It's one of my favorite songs even now because I think it stands so true to life. The song is about making it as an artist in the artist world and not really caring about how hard it is or how you look or what your style is or your genre or anything. It's just about you're gonna do music anyways. I think about it in a lot of different aspects than just music, but the music industry is a big one. Do It All is making it, whether you're playing a bar or you're busking on the side of the street or you're playing a venue tonight, you know, you're gonna do it all. Actually, the line, but I look pretty good in my little yellow summer dress, is where the idea for the cover came from. I wanted this to be very summery, very fun. A lot of the songs are a little bit more upbeat, and like Do It All gives a very yellow vibe, I think. So that kind of just stemmed into wanting it to be a yellow dress and wanting to be in a sunflower field surrounded by all the yellow. I wanted it to be something that felt like me, and I think that really felt like me. And I think it's kind of bittersweet to say that I'm doing it all by releasing this album.